from Louisiana. I knew the expectation of LSU. When I took the job, I told you that. I understand the expectation. I invite them. And, man, 2019, what a magical run. But you know why? Because of the players. We had great players, and we had great coaches here. And the players make this program, and you're able to recruit great players here at LSU. But I knew we had to sustain that momentum, and we had to sustain that standard. And I know that the last 2 years hasn't been the standard of LSU. So when he came and talked to me after the Kentucky game, I knew that it was time. And I understand that. I understand the expectations of LSU. And I invited myself, and we did not meet him the last 2 years. I'm honored that I got to be the head coach at LSU. This administration has treated me with class, with dignity the whole time that I've been here. They've given me everything that we needed to have success. I met with the players today. It's the first time that I get to talk to the players before I wanted to talk to you. But I am happy that I can be the coach of the LSU Tigers towards the end of the season. And I promise you this, we're not going to blink. I'm glad we beat Florida. Tomorrow's going to be Tell the Truth Monday. And we're going to be on to Ole Miss. And I'm going to take it one day at a time. But I'm always going to appreciate my time here. I have no regrets. Not one day. I was not going to have a bad day. I'm not going to blink. I'll tell you guys that. You know, the circumstances that we haven't won enough games in the last 2 years, I totally get it.
Action, and how do you want it to go going forward with them and their focus?
Nothing's going to change. I mean, we're going to focus on beating Ole Miss. We're going to take the same attitude that we had going into the Florida week. The players, you know, I just told them how it was. Nobody said nothing. Nobody talked. It was about 5 minutes. I told them exactly what I told y'all. I understood the expectations of LSU, and I knew after the Kentucky game that we were heading down a road that wasn't positive for LSU, and that there was going to be a change made, and I just felt that.
How do you evaluate yourself here? What do you think, I guess the last 2 years went wrong for you?
You know, I'm not the one to evaluate myself. I'll let y'all do that. Y'all do it enough. I could care less about it.
Do you think at times here that you were a bit too much CEO and maybe not enough hands-on?
No, not at all. I don't regret a minute. I think we did it the right way. No excuses. I think we did it the right way. And, you know, hey, when you win, you're doing everything perfect. When you lose, you're not. That's just the way it is.
Who watched the game yesterday said it seemed like a weight was lifted off of you coaching that game yesterday. Do you think this will be, you'll have some fun with it maybe? Is there any weight lifted off you now that this is kind of cleared up? Or?
Yeah, the weight was lifted off of me because I felt like we were going to win. I mean, that was yesterday. You know, I didn't know everything's going to be finalized, you know, but now, you know, that doesn't matter. That's not the way I'm going to coach. That's not the way I'm going to be. I'm going to be the same guy I was today and be the same guy tomorrow with this football team till my last day here at LSU.
Do you feel like it was a lack of focus? Was it just the perfect storm to get to the top and things kind of conspired against you to get to where we are now?
You know, I've been really concerned with the day-to-day process of what's been going on. And, you know, I've never looked at it like that, what went wrong or nothing like that. I don't have the answer. If I have the answer what went wrong, I'd have fixed it.
And the transfer portal, how the next month and a half, how do you handle that? Talking to parents, talking to kids in the team?
I'm going to tell them to come to LSU. I'm going to still recruiting players. Tell them to come to LSU. This is a great place. I recruited them to come to LSU. Why would I tell them any different now? So I'll tell them to come to LSU. This is a great place. They can hire a great coach. You can have great success here at LSU. My message to the recruits will not change. I met with two today.
Do you plan on coaching next year?
No. No. What's that? I want to take a little time off. You know, I'm 60 years old. I've coached for 37 years. I think I'm going to have enough money to buy me a hamburger, and every once in a while, maybe a double meat cheeseburger, Sonic. But I want to take a little time off to find out what direction I want to be in. You asked me if I think today I'm not going to coach. That might be different a month from now, but right now I want to take a little time off, spend with my kids.
Go from a high to a low like this. Just 2 years ago, you know, national champions, and now this is the end result.
You know what? That's not the way I live my life. You know, that's the wrong way to live. You know, I live my life one day at a time, take things on as they come. I've never changed my attitude towards LSU. I've never changed my attitude towards life. All those external things don't affect the way I live. I won't let it.
I mean, it looked like they were going down the right road yesterday. So, I mean.
Well, I just felt after the Kentucky game, them rushing 330 yards rushing on us, it just wasn't LSU style of football, and I knew it went pretty. I was embarrassed.
your love for LSU, is that the reason why you're finishing out this season?
Well, I've been telling them, kids, we're going to finish. We're not going to blink. I'm going to be right there with them. That's the reason. And Scott and I mutually agreed. But I'm going to finish with this team. I love this team. I love being with these guys. I love LSU. And the day I leave here, I'm going to do everything I can every day.
Player who's academically ineligible. Did you ever want to say, hey, look, if it weren't for these things, I'd be winning? Did you ever want to, look for an excuse?
Never. We'd be far without them. We did the same thing last year. So, hey, I wouldn't change a thing. Not a thing.
You told us that the Gator Chomp was one of your favorite memories. I'm sure you got a lot of favorite memories of your time here at LSU, but you got any that come to mind other than that?
Definitely the championship year. There was a lot of great memories during that championship year. A lot of great memories. I can't single out one. There's a lot of great memories.
Met with two today. What exactly are you telling to the recruits if they know you're not going to be here next year?
They tell me that what is tell them that I love LSU, and I was telling them the right thing before I'm not going to be here, and I still have the same feelings about it.
Coach, do you feel there's some greatness in this team left as you make your last
I know there's
run?
a lot of fight in this team. I love the way we ran the ball yesterday. I love the way we stopped the run. I think Glenn Logan really helped us coming back. See Ty Davis-Price and see the offensive line gelling like we did and us sticking to the run, be recommitted to the run. But we're going to take it one day at a time. Hey, tomorrow is Tell the Truth Monday. We're going to get on to Ole Miss, and it's a big job ahead. But, we have a tough schedule ahead. We'll take it one day at a time. I'm glad we got this out the way tomorrow so we can focus on Ole Miss.
And if you reach a bowl game, do you think you'll coach in the bowl as well?
Yes.
People are making a big deal out of what happened last year with the African-American players on the team. Can you clear that up as to exactly what's your take on what happened with that situation?
Something that was going on across the country. It wasn't just here. But I think we dealt with it. I think we've made positive progress towards the things that were wrong, and I know LSU's heading in the right direction. I don't feel that at all on this year's team, not at all.
You told them that you're no longer be the coach at LSU.
Yeah, good. I talked to my sons. Obviously, we discussed it, and they're fine with it. There's closure. All three of them want to coach. I'm about to help them coaching. I talked to Coco. I ain't gonna tell you what Coco said. She wanted to make sure I got my money.
We've seen this with Coach Maneri this year, but he said he was going to stay in Baton Rouge. Have you thought about that, or is that too far down the road?
There's some things I want to do. Then there's some places I want to go and some things that I want to be part of, but I'm not really sure yet.
You brought out the rope and you wanted to change the program as you came on as the interim. I guess 5 years later from now, as you sit here today, just sort of what's going through your mind on your tenure? I know you said you don't have any regrets, you would have done things differently, but just sort of what's going through your mind when you think over the last 5 years now?
Well, it's a great run, if you ask me. It's a great run, to go 15-0 and have one of the best football teams ever to play. Not every person gets a chance to say that. And let me say, it was because of the players and because of the assistant coaches we had. But, the last couple of years are not the standard of LSU, but I have no regrets. I know I went to work as hard as I could every day, tried as hard as I could every day, and that's all you can ask.
One piece of advice to the next coach that you learned over the last couple of years, what would it be?
Not my job. Not my job to do that.